Now we will transition to the education sector. And Mitch, you're on my screen, so we'll start with you.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. And as always, I want to make sure I thank the Four Corners team and the hospital team. My personal opinion, they can't be thanked enough through this entire situation. So I continue to appreciate their efforts. From the YPS side, our numbers continue to stay tremendously low. I was just checking it, our tracking spreadsheet, and we don't have any positive cases at this point within our students or staff. We do have 3 quarantines going on right now, but then again, we know that procedure and that protocol, and so we were continued to be excited about those numbers because that's been a nice trend that we've seen. I will tell you that as far as our safety plan, we're gonna stick to our guns, as they might say. And we're going to keep our safety plan in place and intact, for the remainder of the school year. And so, I will tell you, as you read about different schools, even in the area, and I've mentioned this before, there's no perfect COVID plan within a school system. And people have made different decisions and so on. And I appreciate that. And that's decisions they have to make. But we feel like the best thing that we can do right now for our students and staff is to continue to keep our safety plan in place because it's working for us. And so we've had this discussion amongst our admin team with our Board of Education of kind of staying the course and making sure we get through the school year, which it's kind of crazy, but it's right around the corner. Some of the other thing too is we do know there are some spikes, small spikes in schools across the state that we've heard about. And so, we don't want to contribute to that. And so that's another reason for keeping our plan as is. Several events that are coming up that we are choosing to modify on attendance. And again, the reason for that is just, we feel like we're just in that state where this is a good decision for our students and staff. And so, for example, graduation's coming up. The high school administration, I think, is doing a great job of prepping for that, communicating with parents and so on. And we did put out, I think it was last week, I actually got the letter as the parent that, we're going to have modified attendance. And, we're looking at 10 people when it comes to our graduates, and you think about that. First of all, not every family is going to have 10 people, and that's kind of normal anyway. So for example, the Bartholomew family will not have 10 there. We know that. But even if we did, let's just say put some quick math together, we want to make sure that our graduation ceremony is as normal, traditional, whatever the word you may want to use, because I think that's the right thing to do for our kids and their families. And so we want to have our band there. We want to have our choir there. That way we can do those things to celebrate a great achievement. But when you put the numbers together real quick, you're still talking 1,000 people, 1,100, 1,200 people. And so, we're working through that. I know we've been in touch with Four Corners and we're putting a good safety plan together. And we're really trying to find a balance of making sure that we're doing the right thing in this, in this kind of this crazy time of what to do and what is the right thing to do. Another example that you might hear about or have heard about is like our banquets. And so, at the end of the year, two very popular banquets are our fine arts, which is usually chances are, and then our athletic banquet, which is usually down at the city auditorium. In both cases, in past years, they've all had meals with them. And, we've worked with the organizers of each event and talked about our concerns about, just the number of people in those spaces and you know, and sitting down and obviously having masks off, you know, really caused us some heartburn, as I might say. And you know, because at the end of the day, the quarantine rules are still in place, and we do not want to put our kids in situations that you know, risk their safety, our staff's safety, and so on. And so there's been some modifications there to both of those banquets where, you know, they'll have no food. Now, the one thing we do have prom coming up. And so again, the high school administration has done a great job working with Laura, working with Terry out at the Holtis Convention Center, and we're getting, you know, we're moving forward with that. I feel like there's a good safety plan in place. But again, just like anything else, nobody can make any promises that, you know, there wouldn't be any type of spread from that event, just like we can't promise from our classroom today. And I think pretty much everybody understands that. So, you know, hey, to finish up, it's a busy time in the school world. And so if you're a parent, you already know that, or have been a parent. You know, April and May are just nuts, you know, especially at our high school level. We have kids that are so involved. Some of them are right back behind me doing a virtual state FFA event. You might be able to hear them, I don't know. But you know, we have kids that miss 3 and 4 days a week of school just for school events. And so that's hard to manage, but yet it's fun. It's fun, and we, you know, we're glad that we're striking some type of balance in these activities, because as you know, a year ago, you know, we had to make a lot of tough decisions, and I still look back at, especially those seniors. I still think back at, boy, was there anything we could have done different, and so on. And hindsight's always 20/20, you know, but I'm glad at least we're able to maybe strike that balance and have some of these events that are important to our kids and families. So as always, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mitch.